Hi everyone. Today we will explore one more micro niche. This is a very special and a completely unique type of a micro niche. The reason is we are going to talk about a property today rather than any specific subsegment of any niche or any specific device and all that. This is going to be a property that can cut across multiple devices, multiple situations, multiple areas. It is almost applicable in many part of the situation. So once we explore, we will also get to understand. And as we normally analyze any of the micro niche, we will follow we will also perform those five factor validation on this particular micro niche also to exactly see the potential. And one very important thing, very interesting that thing that we are going to do for this particular micro niche today in this video is I'm actually going to show you actual revenues of the reference site that I'm going to pick it up to talk about this particular micro niche. So far, we have been talking about the data from the Ahrefs for the earning potential, but in this video, I'm going to show you actual earnings of the site because the site is listed in one of the marketplaces. So we all can actually check it out. So it will come at the end. So keep watching. So let's get started. The property that I'm going to discuss today or the micro niche that I'm going to discuss today is basically soundproofing. So soundproof now this can be there are multiple ways to use this particular keyword. You can say soundproof or soundproofing as single word, and other way is basically sound space proof or sound space proofing as another word. Now so one thing that you need to keep in mind, very important thing is, so whatever keywords that we used here are only few ways of basically exploring this particular property. So for example, in there is a some electronic device that is making so much of noise, so you may want to look at an option how to reduce noise for the x for x. So in that case, you are not going to use the soundproof, but you are going to use something like reduce noise, or probably you want to look at some blender or washing machine with doesn't have much of noise, then you can say you can actually look at for quite blender or something like that. So there are so many other terms that are going to come associated with this particular property. So don't go by only these things, but it's going to be difficult for us to analyze now. If I pick like noise or quite, then so thousands, actually millions of combinations are going to come. It is going to be difficult to do the filtering. So what we will do, we will pick only these keywords and do the analysis, but this is only about probably 20% of all the possible ways to explore this particular niche or micro niche. So keep that in mind. So whatever volumes you see here is only a tiny percentage of basically the all possible ways. So that will give you an indication about how much potential this particular micro niche has. So let's get into the details. Let's explore the data associated with these particular search terms. So let me actually pick up having same terms. So that means it will give all possible keywords that are having these terms, only these terms. Okay, as we always do. So let's apply five factor validation on this particular micro niche also. The first validation what we do is difficulty or competition. So what we want to do is we want to check how if there are enough keywords with lower difficulty or low competition. So there is a label something called KD here. KD stands for keyword difficulty. Lesser is always better. What we normally do is for new site we filter keywords with difficulty less than 20. That means all these keywords that are going to appear as part of this particular filter are going to have the difficulty less than 20. So lower is better. That means even if you start with 0 is okay. Up to 20, we can actually give a shot. But when you are starting, you pick only the lower competition keywords. So with 20, you can find about 2000 plus keywords. Nearly 2.5k keywords are there with low competition. So that means there are enough number of keywords with lower competition, low difficulty. Keep in mind, we are talking about only very specific targeted terms. We are not using the search term something called quiet. We are not using the search term something called noise. We are not using the search term called insulation or ceiling. All these terms are going to come with this. So considering all those possible terms, So you can actually think about another maybe 4 times, 5 times of the keywords that are appearing here. Now let us look at the second validation. The second validation is search volume. So whatever keywords we filtered based on the difficulty, we want to verify is there decent search volume for those keywords. Normally, what I normally verify is for the entire first page, if all the volumes are more than thousands, I consider it as a very good volume. Now you can see about a 450, it's a 50% of it. But we all know that we are actually picking up only one possible way of checking this particular property. So if you add up all those things, quiet noise, reduce noise, and all those things, easily it will go beyond 1,000. So considering this is only about probably a 20% of the way of exploring this particular property, it is more than enough. It's 450 plus for the entire all the results appearing in the first page. So that means the second validation is also true. Now the third validation is basically scope for content. What we want to do is we want to check how many keywords are there with lower competition and decent volume that will give us the scope to write the content. What it means is when you actually start a new blog, you should pick up some niche that has at least a potential to write about 100 articles, but more is always good. If you observe my other videos where I'm actually talking about my primary blog, I'm actually hitting about 200 articles probably next a month or two, and I may actually go up to 300. So that's the potential that niche has. Likewise, you should actually pick a niche where you have a scope to write lot of articles. How do we do this? We already filtered all the keywords based on competition. Let's apply one more filter. Volume stands for number, the search volume, the number of times this particular keyword has been searched online. So normally we apply about a 500, but this being is very narrow term, right? So let's apply a 300 of search volume and see how many keywords will appear. So the result will give you the number of keywords with the competition or difficulty less than 20, but having monthly search volume more than 300. You can see here already 89 keywords are appearing for the filter that we applied. Now, if for this particular one very straightforward feature or attribute, if basically if it is volume is 89, we spoke that this may cover about only 20% of the entire scope or possible ways to explore this particular property. Then if you multiply 4 times, so that means straight away you have about a 400 500 keywords available. If you actually explore like a quiet, reduce noise or ceiling, if you use all those things, you will be able to find about a 400 500 keywords. That is again with the volume of 300 plus. Normally, if you are starting a new website, you can actually go ahead and target very low volume keywords also. Even 10 20 30 40 volume is also fine. If you apply even that filter, actually it will be much more. But will this itself is a very strong indication. With only one possible way of exploring this micro niche, applying these two filters itself giving you about a 90 keywords. That means if you take out, include all the possible ways and combinations, then it would be about 400 500. I am very confident that you will be able to write about 1,000 plus articles for this particular niche if you really pick it up and if you explore all the possible ways. The reason is when you're talking about soundproofing, there is no end to that. You can talk about making your bedroom soundproof. You can talk about making your working place as soundproof. You can talk about making office as the soundproof. You can talk about basically making kitchen as soundproof. You can also talk about reducing the noise in maybe your gaming laptop. You can talk about reducing the noise in any of the electronic appliances you are using at home. There are unlimited opportunities because this is a property that is applicable almost every place. Got it? So because of that, this looks very strong. That means the third attribute, the scope for content, is unlimited. There is so much of scope to write the content. Now the most important thing, reference website. So I was actually tracking some of the sites in the marketplaces. So fortunately I found it and then did some reverse engineering from the this particular property and all that. So let me take you to the site. So this is the site I'm talking about. This is soundproofnation.com. So let's look into the data points related to this particular site. So let me get into the site explorer. So this is the site. You can see simple design. Nothing, no any kind of a very flashy or complex design here. Very simple blog design that's been followed. So let's key in the domain here and then check out the data points related to this particular website, and then we'll talk more about the possible opportunities. So here you can see the one attribute I normally verify when I am evaluating or analyzing any website is DR. DR stands for domain rating. The low domain rating means it is still relatively not established at in the search world, and but if you are not at branded, but if you are branded site, normally your DR will be high. Simple example: if you pick up Facebook.com, Google, or Microsoft, all these sites will have a DR of 90 plus or near 100. But if you start a new website tomorrow, your DR will start probably none or zero. So when you are actually looking at a case study or reference, you should always look for a low DR. Then if any low DR site is really performing, it is because of the content, but not because of the branding and all that. But for example, if Microsoft.com is actually ranking for something, it is not necessarily only for content, it is also because of the branding. But DR6 here, for this side, DR is 6. That means it is basically very much getting ranked because of the content. So with such a low DR, you can see here for how many keywords it is ranking. See, the organic keywords is nothing but the number of different terms for which this particular site is appearing when somebody searches online, maybe one of some of the search engines like Google or Bing. So it is appearing, this site is appearing for about a 21.5k different keyword. That looks very exciting. Then look at the organic traffic. Organic traffic is nothing but how many people visiting this site by searching through search engines on an average per month. Per month, about 17.6k visits happening. So I look at these attributes, then I actually pick up the site looking at the potential. So all these parameters are attributes looking very encouraging. So because of that, I feel like this has a very strong potential to do well if you go ahead and start now also. Now the last attribute, very important attribute, what is the earning potential? Okay, so everything is looking good in the sense there are very high number of keywords ranking for this site, and there is a very good traffic, but is site is really earning or not? Normally what I tell you is, what I suggest is, look at another attribute, something called traffic value here. Traffic value, let's not get into the any definitions of traffic value and all that. Simple terms, I tell you that it is very easy to, I won't say very easy, very much possible to earn about at least 10% of this. It is a very conservative approach. You can actually earn much more than that. But whatever Ahrefs shows as the traffic value, if you are able to create a good content blog on the same niche and write, publish, do a good keyword research and publish about, let's say, 100 pieces of content, I always tell you that in worst case also you will be able to earn about a 10% of it. So it is 11.3k. So 10% of it is about 1130 US dollar. That's a very attractive amount. So straight away, anybody, if you are interested, you can jump into this now. For this particular site, I will actually show you the earnings that will really make you to believe that most of the data point that we are talking so far are realistic. Now let me take you through to the actual the listing page. So I'm not sure how many of you follow some of these marketplaces. There is something called Flippa and Empire, Empire Flippers, right? So one more site is there. There are multiple marketplaces are there where people list their sites, and also the people buy and sell. Likewise, Motion Invest is one of the another marketplace. This is the Motion Invest. This particular site is listed here. Soundproofnation.com. This is exactly the site that we looked at, right? And this is a open to public. You can also go and sign up, and then look all these details right now. Now, just go through this. Site is just about a 1 year, 3 months old, and website is making 5,447 US dollars per month. So this is the average. So what we spoke just now is, we thought the traffic value whatever this particular Ahref is showing is about 11.3, so you can easily make about $1,100 is what I told you. That is a very conservative approach, but actually this site is making about a $5,500. So that means nearly 50% of what Ahrefs is showing. So I never actually tell you to assume that you will make so much of money, because you estimate less and do more better. That's always my approach. So I always try to give you the very conservative numbers, but if you really do well, you can earn a lot more than what we can estimate in a conservative way. So that's what the lesson here. This is applicable for all the other case studies also, because Ahrefs normally will estimate very less. For example, if you see here, now let's get into the details of this site. It's all available on this particular marketplace. So the traffic is about, the site is attracting about nearly 60 to 70k traffic, whereas Ahrefs says about it is getting about only a 17 to 18k. That's the difference. So almost most of the times I found that Ahrefs shows about at least 4 times 5 times less than actually what it is there. In some sites about maybe 50% less, whatever it is. In no case so far I found Ahref showing more than actuals. It always shows little less. Sometimes maybe a 50% of what it is, or sometimes maybe a only 30% of it, whatever it is. So here you can see straight away actuals are about nearly 50k, whereas the what it is showing is about 17.6k. That means almost only 35%. And earnings are, so because of that, the earnings traffic value also will be shown less in Ahrefs, but you actually do practically you can earn more. Now you can see some more details here, actual details of last month what this site earned. This is the earning. If you see latest months, right, about 3,500, 3,600 from Amazon US, and then 1,500 US dollars from Canada. If you sum it up, about 5,400, nearly 5,000 plus US dollars per month is what this site is currently earning. That is almost 50% of the traffic value shown here. But even if you consider 10% of it, still it is 1,130 US dollars, which is very attractive. And another the most important thing is, there is no limit to write the content for this particular property. You keep on exploring various options, you will keep getting it. There is no limit, because it is a property that is applicable for almost everywhere. So because of that reason, this is looking very exciting. If you have interest, and if you are ready to invest the good amount of time in research, the most important thing is identifying those low competition keywords. If you blindly go and do some kind of a reverse engineering on this site, pick up the same keywords and try to rank, and it is not going to happen. Please don't do that. I am once again repeating, whatever case studies I am showing you is just to get inspired or to get motivated to start your blog, not to copy them. You will never ever be able to succeed by copying others, basically the sites or content. Maybe temporarily you may get some kind of a success, but it's not going to sustain. Two reasons: because they're already doing well, so matter of time for them to outperform you. Second thing is, you will not learn. So when you don't learn, then just maybe one major hurdle in your journey, you are gone. So take all these learnings, understand how the site is able to perform, and then do your own research, identify your own keywords, and start publishing high quality content. And there are so many other opportunities are there in this particular micro niche as well itself. Probably this site would have published about 100 200 articles. You can write thousands of articles on this particular property, so no need to go behind the sites that are already performing well. You can actually pick up some other topics and then go and write superior content. So okay, so that's all for today. If you really have any interest to explore this particular micro niche, but you need to have patience and really interest to spend a lot of time in research to identify those keywords, then please go ahead and pick this up. It has a huge potential, as I have just shown you. So that's all for today. Thanks for your time once again. Bye.